first of all, just want to say thank you to literally every single one of you that are, donating to our orphanage. You're being a part of the orphanage in one way or another. I'll tell you, I wake up literally every single morning with DMs and messages and emails and people who have started to donate. And I just want to say thank you literally from the bottom of my heart and want you to know that God is doing amazing things. And so I want you to have a quick update, really quick, on what's going on with our ministry here in Guatemala. I'm actually at my home studio here. I am based in Willis. If anybody ever wanted to know where I full-time live, I live north of Houston, but then we also have our orphanage. So I'm back and forth. I go to Guatemala once a month, sometimes twice a month. And then I'm based here in Houston, and I'm speaking at different churches and networking with business owners because we have a dream, and that is to literally build a village to rescue more and more kids, which is what I'll get into in a minute. A lot of times, many of you online are asking me, where is our orphanage exactly? And you kind of get frustrated whenever I don't tell you exactly where we are. You think I'm being secretive or whatnot. I'll tell you the reason why we do not publicly share this is purely for safety reasons. You have to understand that these kids that we are rescuing are coming from horrible scenarios. And for us to be able to disclose the city that we're in, it's not a huge city. Therefore, many people can just easily find us. And it just protects us across the entire board, from extortion threats all the way to just ensuring that these kids are safe and that any family members or abusers are not trying to get them when they are not supposed to be with those specific people. So that is the reason why we are simply asking for that privacy there. Now, we have provided a way for you to be able to come to Guatemala and for you to be able to find out where we are. You can also go to our website at www.fightfortheorphan.com. Many of you are asking, hey, heck, can we go on a mission trip to Guatemala? Yes, you can. You can actually go to our website and sign up and literally do the application. You're going to have 3 Zoom interviews with people on our team, and we are going to vet you and ensure that you have an amazing trip to Guatemala. We only do 2-day discovery trips. And so if you've never been to Guatemala before, this is a discovery trip. So it's going to only be 2 days, but we're going to ensure that you have a lot of different places to be able to go. Many of you are also asking about donating stuff, and I'm going to get into a little bit of the logistics before I get into a ministry update, which I'm super excited about. Many of you are saying, hey, how can we donate clothes or this or that? And we've just simply learned that in the village that we're in, you can buy almost everything. And if there's something that we can't buy, we can usually get it from Guatemala City. And if we can't get it from Guatemala City, that's when we do start looking into actually shipping things into Guatemala. But a lot of you are saying, hey, listen, how can we donate clothes and this and that over to your orphanage? And we have kindly declined simply because it costs so much more to ship things to our village rather than just going ahead and buying it from the actual village itself. So many of you that are saying, hey, listen, can we start donating? What can we do? So on and so forth. I will just say it really does mean the world if you just go straight to our website and start donating financially to our orphanage. Listen, we understand that's not for everybody. And we know that many of you may be, sketched out by that. We totally understand that there are a lot of people online that may not feel comfortable giving online. And we just say, that's fine. Pray, because we know one thing, that God is taking care of his orphan. That's one thing that we know for sure. So God's going to bring the right people to sow in financially, which we hope is people like you. And we know that God's going to bring us volunteers and bring us full-time missionaries, so on and so forth. And so I just wanted to clear that up. Listen, I want to ask you this. I want to ask you to connect us with people that you know. There are thousands of you now, over 150,000 people that are following our ministry. And I just want to say thank you, but I want to encourage you to connect us with people that you know. If you have a church, we want to come. We want to speak. Now, listen, a lot of churches immediately are like, no, we can't give money. We can't give money. I'm going to simply say this. We are not after the money. Okay. We simply want to come to Guatemala and be a blessing to you, because we've realized this, that if we can come to your church and be a blessing to your church, we know that your church is going to get involved in whatever way God is leading you to get involved. Some of you, it's going to be financially. Some of you are just going to allow me to come and speak, and that's about it. Some of you will bring teams to Guatemala. We want to be a blessing to your church. So if you have people in your church, youth or young adults or families that want to come to our orphanage in Guatemala just on a mission trip, and you don't even want to promise anything monthly, we are totally fine with that, because we know this: God is going to lead the right people at the right time to do the right thing. And so we know that. And I just simply want to make sure that you would connect us to your church. If you're business owners, or if you know other business owners, we have so many different business owners that are messaging us, and some of you are donating. And I first of all want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You also know at least 10 other business owners, and that means the world for us, for you to connect us with them as well. And so we want you to ensure that you're connecting us with people that you know. Listen, maybe you're a family and you're donating to our ministry and you're seeing all that's happening in Guatemala and you want to be a part of the mission. I'm going to say, listen, connect us with people that you know. That is the most important thing that you can do. Connecting us with people that you know is the most important thing that you can do. Sharing videos that we have online is the most important thing that you can do to help us connect with people that can start joining the mission as well. Now, this is what I want to go over. Right now, you see that we have land that we are trying to buy, and this is our big vision. We want to literally build a village. And I know this seems kind of crazy, but this is the vision I really believe God has given us. The reality is our current building, we know, is probably not the healthiest for kids that are suffering with abuse or whatever it is, the reason why we've come and, rescued them. They are now in one large building with 30 kids or so, and we understand that that's not the healthiest way that a child needs to be able to grow up in a scenario like that. And so that's the reason why we are literally praying for a village that we want to build. We literally want to find land, we want to purchase that land, and we want to start building tiny homes all throughout this beautiful land that we build, where we're going to be able to have, literally, I want to have a river, as you can see here in the image that's connected, and I want to be able to build tiny homes where we can house up to 10 kids per home. So it's more of a family style home. And we have a house mom that is usually a widow or a family that would be there to help take care of the kids. I even want to be able to bring elderly into this village, to where you have this community of really the forgotten people, which is our ministry, right? The orphan, the widow, and the elderly all living together, taking care of each other with this big community. That is our dream, and we need your help getting there. We cannot do this alone. I'm going to say this. And so an update on where we are with our land. We are still in process of looking for land. We have found multiple pieces of property that could work, but because of the pricing or because of the logistics or the land itself not having road access or utilities connected, we are still on the hunt for the perfect land. Now, many of you who've been following me have seen that we found this piece of property that I genuinely love, and I think it is of God. But right now, we are still in the midst of negotiations and really just trying to figure out how to make that land work. And so we want you to continue to pray for that land, because for us, we're super excited about it, but we want to make sure that it's the right piece of property so we can build this village. I'm telling you guys, this village is going to be amazing. It's literally going to be homes, tiny homes. We already have churches that are saying, hey, we would love to be able to sponsor one of those homes. And we're going to start naming these homes also after, for instance, donors that donate, people like you that say, hey, we want to sponsor a home. We're going to start naming these homes after it. And it's going to be amazing. Roads are going to be all throughout this piece of property. We're going to start naming the roads after major donors as well. And we're super excited about that. Listen, our orphanage is a place for children that are being abused. The stories that we have are absolutely wild. I mean, a boy who's literally had boiling water poured all over his head for punishment. He has literally empty spaces all throughout his head now because his scalp has literally been scorched by boiling water simply for punishment. We just had a boy that came in that was literally bitten all over his body. And I mean, all over his body. And it's absolutely wild. Babies that have been thrown in trash bags, put into a fire. I'm talking about stories that you can't even imagine. And we're able to literally take these kids and put them into a safe, loving home. Listen, our orphanage is amazing. Those of you who have been to our orphanage, maybe you've gone on a mission trip with us, the moment you walk into that orphanage, there's music playing. It's so peaceful, and it's so amazing of what's happening. And so I want to encourage you to join the mission. The more funding that we get, I'm talking about the more monthly support we get, the more kids that we can rescue, with the end goal of giving this child a second chance so they can live a life that God has called them to live. And so we are just the middleman. We are just the home that is there to be able to be a sanctuary for them. We're teaching them the love of Jesus. We're worshiping with them every single night. They're praying together as kids. They're going back into the school systems and they're preaching the gospel to their friends. It's amazing what's happening. And so I want to encourage you, if you have not already, I want to encourage you to give. Our website, we have set it up amazing for you to be able to simply go and give. We have a new processor called Donor Box that is a phenomenal way to be able to manage your donations. It is clean, it's amazing, and it's very user friendly. It takes you literally less than a minute and a half to sign up to give, either one time or monthly. And we wanted to always encourage you, will you donate monthly? Monthly support is so important because we are able to count on monthly support coming in. So many of you are amazing. Some of you have made one-time donations that are rather large, and then you've come in and you started to give monthly as well behind that. And we simply just want to tell you from the bottom of our hearts that we're grateful for that, because God is using your funding to be able to do things. Where does your money go? You may ask. Well, I'm going to tell you this very clearly. We have to have psychologists. We have to have social workers. Our director runs the entire machine as well there in Guatemala, taking the children back and forth to court dates to ensure that their safety is literally priority for us. Then we have things like caretakers, house moms that are there taking care of the actual children. Updates to our building. Not one single dime goes to the admin fees of anything, which is absolutely incredible. And so every single dollar that you give goes literally directly to the work that's being done there in the orphanage. And so we're super grateful. And I just want you to know from the bottom of our hearts, we are grateful for every single prayer that comes in, every single donation that comes in. And again, connect us with churches, connect us with businesses. I would personally love to go and speak at your church and encourage your church that no matter what has happened in your life, God can use your story for his glory. He can do amazing things with your life. And so I want to encourage you, invite me to your church. Listen, we don't have to ask for money. We know that God is going to connect us in any way that he sees fit. And so it means the absolute world to us. And so thank you again for all that you are doing. Thank you for being a part of our ministry. And we are super grateful for you. See you soon.